And we're back.
We're back, bumble bitches.
We're early.
We're early.
And that's okay. Oh, I didn't open the Twitch chat, did I?
Oh, no.
Pop out chat. Drag right on over. All right, there it is.
Fantastic.
We are not going to read emails tonight. So for those of you who jumped in here hoping to catch some drama or to make yourselves feel better about your relationship at the cost of others, we are not doing that tonight. We are taking another night to do Q&A and to BS and hang out with you guys and talk about whatever. Do we want to get into the changes in the way that we're doing things? Do you want to do that now, or you want to wait until there's a little more people in here?
I think we should wait until there's a few more people. What are we at? 89?
89, yeah.
Yeah, let's wait till a few more people pop in.
Okay.
Okay.
You're early. We are. We figured we would give you guys an extra 15 minutes. Did y'all have a good weekend? How's your weekend going, Hotness?
Pretty okay. Yesterday was the pool party. Today was hang out at the house.
Friday was cake day.
Yeah.
12 hours of a 2-hour cake.
And she didn't even eat it.
No? Mm-mm. Is there leftover?
No, I tossed it.
I'd have ate it.
Yeah. It's been in the fridge since.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
Today's Sunday. It's only 2 days old. I'd ate that shit.
Told you about it last night, babe.
It wasn't there last night, though.
It was.
In the fridge? You tossed it today?
I was like, hey, babe, this is the leftover cake.
Oh, I thought those were the cake pop things.
Yeah, I told you could eat that. That was the leftovers.
No, I wanted like actual cake.
No?
That's okay. You can put cake in the freezer. You can also eat it by the ocean.
That was funny.
That's funny. Today's my service dog in training's first birthday. I don't actually know what our dog in training's birthday is.
Oh, that's a good question. How do I add someone to bypass the silence on my phone?
I would have to look at it. I don't know. Hey, you know my phone is broken?
Is it?
That grid lock thing, quad lock that's on there, one of the times that I wrecked my bike, it must have smashed the back of my phone and the entire back of my phone is shattered. I pulled it out of my case to clean it today and the entire thing's broken. My screen still works. It doesn't matter.
It's like a gander at mine now. I'll see what's going on here. I'm glad your phone still works.
Me too.
Oh.
Because I'd had to buy another one right before the new one comes out. Giggle said, oh my God, I've been dying to catch all live. You've been helping me greatly with the podcast. I understand my wants and desires better. Have learned a more healthy way to communicate and how to diffuse arguments quicker. Thank you.
That's fantastic.
Hey, first time watching your live streams, but I've been listening to you guys on Spotify for a long time. How are you guys doing? We're doing good. We're going to get our dog sometime in June or July. We're getting close.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
They said if you go into your iPhone and into your contact itself and hit edit and scroll down and turn on emergency bypass underneath.
Okay, into the contact. Edit.
Was yours broken?
No. No, it was not.
You guys don't have to be on YouTube. You can watch on YouTube or Twitch. Both of the chats come through the same. We have it going into one chat feed. Zach said, what is filling your tanks at the moment? I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty.
I don't know. I don't have an answer to that right now.
No. I think we're getting to the point where we're like finally starting to level out with all the shit that we've got going on. Mm-hmm. And it's nice that we don't have to like go so hard, you know what I mean?
Right.
Oh man, Anthony Lawrence said, Chris, what is your choice of camera for photography? I am a Sony guy. I've owned a lot of Canon. I've owned a lot of Sony. I started and learned on Canon. Switched to Sony, switched back to the Canon when they got their mirrorless system, and then went back to Sony. Mm-hmm. And now I'm looking really hard at the Sony A9 Mark III. But I don't know if I'm going to buy it or not because it's a lot of fucking money and I don't know if I need it. I don't need any of them. I have enough cameras that I can just take one with me when we go, but I don't know. Mitchie said one feed now. We still have one feed. We have the Restream IO feed going, but I have the Twitch standalone because the Restream doesn't show bits or hype trains or any of that shit. You need a nap? Did you smoke too much?
No, I'm just baked. I'm just vibing. Listen to what you're talking about.
I looked over there and you're like...
No, I'm not in my head to what you're talking about with the cameras.
You're going to tell the chat how well you're doing at Call of Duty?
Oh, I'm doing pretty fucking okay. Pretty okay. I evened out.
Yeah.
Yep, I was 13 for 13. That was my best.
Had a 1.0.
And I also, as the last person alive on my team, defused the bomb.
You did. Yes, you did.
Took the guy out guarding it, defused it, and won that round. That was the only one that I did.
You did it, though.
I did. Yeah. And no one had to tell me what to do. I just did it. I'm pretty stoked about that.
I see that y'all play COD. That's awesome. We just started playing multiplayer. We've been playing a lot of zombies, and I too suck at multiplayer. You're trying,
doing
though.
So much better.
I've been playing a lot.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to suck.
I've been watercolor painting.
Yeah.
I got my new watercolor paint set. I did the swatches for it, and it dried beautifully. And it came with a free, like, coloring book, but for watercolor. I'm probably going to do that tonight after this. Maybe after this and a game of COD.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna play again?
Maybe.
That's funny. Y'all need to try DMZ. I don't know what that is. I am subscribed to Patreon. Love that. I'm going to hop on zombies while I watch. Just rub it in. You get to play video games while we work.
Brag.
We could be technically doing this while playing video games. It's just hard to read the chat.
Yeah, and people are here for the interaction with us.
Yep. Daniel Smith are my favorite watercolors.
Who said that? Where?
Jenny. Daniel Smith are my favorite watercolors.
Oh, okay. I'm going to look that up right now. I ordered, I think it's Grabby. That's what the brand is. Box came damaged. The actual container for my paints itself is dented.
Yeah.
But it dried beautifully and I got it on sale. So like, am I really upset about it?
Zach asked my thoughts on the Sony A9 Mark II. I've never used the A9 Mark II. I've had the Sony A1 and the Sony A7R series. And I think that for the price, I would just buy the R5 over the 9 Mark II. But I got to be honest, if I buy another camera, it's only going to be so that I can get that global shutter. Otherwise, there's no point in buying another camera at this point.
Holy shit, okay.
Back to Destiny. No, Destiny, I'm done with Destiny. Destiny 1 was where it was at. Everything beyond that just wasn't it for me. Got a hype train coming. Love that. So what's up, guys? Let's get some questions going. Super chats, anything that you guys want to know while we're here. Lorraine became a member for 13 months and said 13 to be better approved. Fun fact, pepper and bird seed and feeders, and bird seed and feeders keep squirrels away. How are you both? Not bigger. I don't know, but keep pushing, peeps. Acknowledge their accountability. Have you put pepper in your bird feeders?
No, I have not.
Our backyard looks like something out of a Disney movie.
I'm so happy with the direction it's going.
We got like 9 different fucking couples of birds and squirrels and rabbits, and I'm pretty sure that there's now a bobcat out there.
No way.
Yeah. When I walked out to the gym last night, I came back inside and whatever hit the woods was fucking huge. You know when a squirrel hits, it's not loud. Like it's, you hear it.
Yeah.
Whatever was in the woods last night sounded like a fucking child running through there.
Holy shit.
Yep. I am scared of meeting anyone new or even trying to date someone and don't know if it is okay to make up my mind to just be alone and do my best for the rest of my life. Why are you speaking in definites? Do you really think that you would be alone for the rest of your life, or would you just accept the fact that you don't need to be in a relationship right now and you haven't met the person that's for you? Because if you don't really know and you meet somebody and you settle, are you settling or are you meeting that person and be like, this is my motherfucker?
Right.
Yeah, I don't understand why that would be a thing. Don't speak indefinite, guys. Nothing is set in stone. Even the mountains change. Amanda Barrett, what part of Central Florida?
She said, I'm in Central Florida.
Right. What part? Where at?
Oh.
Princess Celine said, want to say thank you for all your videos and podcasts. It got me to do a lot of work on myself, get out of a bad relationship, and now into one that is healthy. And my partner and I watch your videos, and it leads to some of the best conversations. So thank you. Do you pause while you guys are watching and have discussions? More importantly, do you pause and talk to us? You know how many people say that they pause and talk to us while we're recording?
Did you hear me the other day? You were showing me a TikTok you recorded, and you were making points. And you didn't look at me when I did it, and I was like, oh, okay, good, he didn't hear me. But you said something, I was like, mm-hmm. And then I realized that you were just sitting there zoning out, listening to what you were saying on the phone. I was like, oh my God, we're not having a conversation right now. Did you hear me do that?
No.
Fantastic.
Sammy Page said, I've been watching y'all for a while, and I've utilized a lot of your tips, but I suppose, how do you know when a relationship is at its end? What's too much work, and where should someone draw a line? You should draw a line when you no longer feel valued. If you can't have a conversation about what it's going to take to get you guys back to a place of peace, it may be time to sever ties.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, if you're married, you owe it to your person to put in a lot more work, but Red Pill Thread said, I yell at you all the time, Chris. That's funny. When are y'all shipping shirts? I'm assuming you're meaning the free shirts. And as stated, those will be shipping out when I get them in, because we had a limit. Mm-hmm. I ordered that limit, and then the amount of people who were like, I missed the post, so I had to order more shirts, and it's going to be a couple weeks before we even get it. So if you guys are waiting for a free shirt, they will ship when I get them. Jake said, just sent an email due to the length of the content of my question. That's good. Thank you for that. What is that? What are your guys' thoughts about the line between what is discussed between a couple versus discussed with loved ones? For example, if I am having an issue with my partner, is it bad to take these issues with a loved one, sibling, friend, etc., to seek advice? Yes, it is. You don't do that. Mm-hmm. I have a hard time with this line as I feel the relationships are private, but don't feel like it's right for me to say, no, don't talk to your trusted people about me. You should keep your relationship private, because when you start going to the people around you with your negative shit, it creates a negativity bias in those people. So now there's going to be drama either with your person or every time you're alone with these people and they bring up the shit. Did you leave them yet? You know, and they're doing that kind of shit. It's going to destroy your relationship.
Or I can't believe you're still with them.
Right. It's going to create a whole lot of problems. Mm-hmm. We pause all the time in the middle of video podcast and podcast when there is something that makes us like, ooh.
I want to go back to that what we just read. But don't feel right. Don't feel like it's right of me to say no, don't talk to me. Don't talk to your trusted people about me. That's not the topic of discussion.
What do you mean?
Just saying don't talk to your trusted people about me. That's not what you're trying to convey to that person. If that is, I want our relationship issues to stay between us until we're able to figure them out. Or if we can't figure them out, I'd want to go talk to a therapist before we get your mom involved.
Right.
That's a different conversation versus don't talk to your trusted people about me.
Right. Well, I mean, you should, if you want to brag about your partner, by all means, brag about your partner. But if you're having marital issues or relationship problems and you go to anybody that's in your immediate circle, it's going to create problems. And if you're married and you're with somebody for the next 15 years, do you really want all the people in your life to not like your person because you guys had an argument?
Right.
So let's talk about the new schedule and what we're doing. We have decided that Friday content at the end of this month will be moved solely to Patreon. So for those of you who are currently watching the I versus you statements that we did, and like you're watching the series that we're currently working on, at the end of this month, all of the Friday content is moving behind the Patreon wall. We are going to continue to do our email reads on Monday, like our normal podcast will always be on Mondays. We are going to continue doing live streams on YouTube on Wednesdays and Sundays, which is what we're doing right now. Obviously, that also goes to Twitch. And then we're going to also remove some of the banter, not all of it, but some of the banter that we do at the beginning of the podcast where we go for 30, 45 minutes just bullshitting. We're going to cut that out of the podcast as well and move that into standalone videos and probably just post that to the Patreon because right now we're only a month ahead. We're into June, but at one point we were 2 full months ahead of content. And when we're having our daily banter and it's 2 months from now when you guys hear it, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. It's completely irrelevant because that shit was 2 months ago.
Right.
So if we can cut that out and post it as standalone content as like, a vlog or a catching up with us kind of thing, I think that would be the move. So Friday content at the end of this month will be a Patreon exclusive content only. The Voice of the Broken, I'm going to record the first episode of that this week. I've already got the first episode ready to go. I just need to sit down, print out the thing and read it. But we are definitely moving into more of Patreon prioritizing everything. So
they're the biggest supporters.
They are. Yep. Car videos with Chris in the future? No car videos. I like cars. I like driving cars, but I'm not like I'm an old car guy. Rat rods and shit, but I don't own any of them and I don't go to car shows, so it's just not my thing. Noah Morgan and Co. said, recently started watching you guys over the past couple of weeks. Your advice and wisdom has helped my marriage, and now me and my wife watch you guys on the daily and even had our first check-in. How'd the first check-in go? Bree asked if we were able to get a website person. Nope. I built the website. I went ahead and just did it myself. I still have to do something with chrisandpeaches.com, but I want to wait. I think that we didn't, you and I have never talked about that.
Talk about what?
The chrisandpeaches.com. We've never had a single conversations. I bought that because we were using that hashtag and I just didn't want somebody to take it.
Okay.
And it was $11.
Right.
We paid $3,000 for tobebetter.com and I'm not even using it. It's still tobebetter.co. because of the www dot in the email situation. So, what do you want to do about that? Do you want to create like a photography blog site where we post our work or post pictures of us and our vacations, or do you want to just keep it docked? Because
just keep it docked. I do not have the brain capacity to try to get creative in that aspect.
Well, I do. So like when we go on vacation and we post our photo dumps, instead of putting it to Instagram, we could put it to the website. Or if we actually continue doing boudoir shoots, we could put it to the website. It doesn't have to go all over to 900 social media platforms. We could post it and be like, hey guys, we have a new post on chrisandpeaches.com. Go check it out. Or create like an email list or something. I don't know. I've never thought about, I just know that I want something there, even if it's just a photo of us. immortalized on the website with like a password to enter, even though it won't take you anywhere and there'll actually not be a password.
Right.
Just to lock the page up, At To Be Better, we need to connect in detail about the website email domain issue. I need access to some of that stuff so I can look into it. I'll give you access to all that shit. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's something to do with the email versus the website and Google, because the at tobebetter.com email address is through Google Workspace. It's not actually through the website because I use Google Drive. So I don't know what that's going to do, but I can give you access to all that. That shit don't matter. Apple Fritter said, I think a photography website is a good idea. It could also be used for blogs. The first check-in was very informative, and we talked for about 2.5 hours. We established our roles and boundaries within our marriage, and our communication has become better than it ever has been. How many times have we heard that our first check-in was 2 to 2.5 hours?
A lot.
Isn't that fucking wild? They're always like that.
I think the longest one was 8 hours? Yeah.
I was going to say 4, but I think you're right.
I think it was 8
I think
hours.
It was like a full day thing.
Yeah.
Because they had to take breaks and like come back to it. But 2.5 hours is about standard for a first check-in. They get shorter, guys.
They do. Yeah.
They get shorter. I love that. That's super fucking cool. Super fucking cool. Mike popping. What's popping, Mike? Oh, man. We have our meet and greet in 2 weeks.
We do.
It's going to be a fucking doozy. I still have to get Danish to his hotel room.
We just have to show up at the place?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to stay long enough so that you guys can record together.
What are we recording?
Whatever you want, babe. Just ghost stories, stone conspiracies, whatever you want to do.
I want to watch you with her.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I want to pause and have commentary. I think we could take the first 20 minutes of that show and make it into an hour episode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does she watch that show?
She has now.
Oh, okay.
Because I haven't shut up about it. I think her and I baked watching you. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Tom and I, go ahead.
Oh, so sorry. How long is she going to be down for?
From Saturday to Tuesday, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Because I talked to Aloha about that too.
Okay. What's your craziest experience with a person? I don't know what you're asking. You need to be more specific because
I need an elaboration.
I've been stabbed. That was pretty crazy. Tom and I had a really good conversation regarding the flooding episode. There should be like a ... and then an explanation. Cliffhanger comments.
You know he's going to ask for it.
I'm getting my hair done soon. My style. I'm going to ask the peaches look, please. That split dye is new to me and so excited.
Word.
What do you think about somebody constantly accusing of talking / being with someone else when you are completely loyal and faithful the whole time? Do you think that it's a guilty conscience or an insecurity? I actually do. And I believe that most of the time there's nefarious things going on from the person that's doing the accusing. Not all the time. We don't speak in definites, but it definitely happens. Definitely happens. She said I'm about to start season 3.
Oh gosh, wait till you finish season 3. Season 4, even more insane. I can't wait for season 5. Season 5, this is the final season.
Isabella's 21st birthday is today, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Isabella.
Zach said he'll be here from Saturday to Sunday and he can help, but he won't be here Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
Like just literally anything like just left you shocked. Well, being stabbed was pretty rough. So I'm going to go with that.
Watching a dude jerk off in his pants in a parking lot while ranting about the government.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going to get fucked, you might as well give yourself a reach around. The government's going to fuck you, so.
He was doing it.
Aloha Snack Bar said, wow, I just turned this on. Hello. Peach is the
Hello.
reason I finally grew the brass ovaries to do the split dye job.
Hell yeah.
What kind of drugs you got to be on to get yourself off while ranting about the government? Well, I mean, some people like to get off while they're getting fucked, bro. And they've been fucking us for years now. So at least they're getting something out of it.
Mental illness.
Yeah. She said he brought up saying that he actually watched it solo. We were able to we were able to break down some disruptions where I flooded against him. It was a really good conversation.
Dope.
That is dope. That was dope. We sold half of our Thailand trip. We only have 12 slots left. Mm-hmm. Super fucking stoked about that. I just bought 3 dresses and a skirt because Peach has taught me to be more feminine.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm excited for you.
Daniel Wilson, thank you for the super chat. I've watched you guys for 10 months. Thank you.
Thank you for the continued support.
Does anyone have a type out of the check-in list? I've been wanting to do it, but I'd like to break down a start. Ironically enough, it's on our website, tobebetter.co. It's already downloaded. It's already typed out PDF format, and there's a video there. You can watch the video, do the printout, and run with it. I'm going to print it on a vinyl sticker. I must have missed something. I don't know what you're going to print on a vinyl sticker. Oh man, I feel like when we don't have an email to read or we're not reading emails that I have to like try to keep you guys entertained, and this is difficult. Hello from Romania.
Hello, Romania.
You have opened my eyes on traditional values. I am a patron. I will soon get on your Discord, just a little bit shy. Thank you from my heart. You should join the Discord. There's no reason to be shy. Everyone in there is super friendly. Great fucking people. Any more talk about the Voice of the Broken? The Voice of the Broken is happening. I'm gonna record the first episode next week. I haven't created the YouTube yet. I don't know if I'm going to create multiple YouTubes or if I'm just gonna post it under To Be Better. I don't know. I gotta be honest, the Voice of the Broken is only happening because I feel like I'm being called to do it. That's it. I'm creating more work for myself. You know what I mean? Bethany Baker, it's our 3-year anniversary today. Shout out to my honey Darren. Love you, babe.
Oh, fantastic.
I just wanted to thank you both for the amazing community that y'all have created. It is incredibly inspiring and gives me hope in the future of humanity, sending nothing but positive energy. Thank you, Christian. Is this the same Christian that I play video games with? Apple Fritter said Discord has changed my life. Wow. What's the best way to support someone who is trying to heal and build themselves up while focusing on the career they want, even if that career takes them states away for a month or more at a time? Be there for them. Mm-hmm. That's how you support them. Be there for them. You guys need to understand that sometimes growth is going to pull people away from you a little while, but just because they pull you away doesn't mean that you have to be away.
Right.
You can be present, but not there. Just send good morning text message and shit, you know? How about a dumpster fire? How about no? I got to be honest, guys. I don't think we're going to do those anymore. They might get sprinkled in every once in a while, like, you know, the candy sprinkles that go on a muffin or a cupcake, but I don't enjoy that. You don't enjoy that. It doesn't do anything for us. We can't really help people. It's just allowing people to vent to us, and that's not problem solving. Mike Poppins said, I don't think I've heard about the Voice of the Broken yet. What's going on there? The Voice of the Broken is going to be a standalone podcast that I'm doing for men. I am collecting emails right now from men who have been to the point of suicide and have survived and is now thriving in life, because at one point in my life, I almost ended everything. And I told myself that I deserve everything that I currently have, ironically enough. An amazing relationship. I want to wake up and be excited that I'm fucking awake every day. And I feel like I deserve that in my life. And I got it now. So I feel like I've reached success. I'm not talking about like the podcast. I mean like my marriage and my happiness. I'm good. So I want to be able to share that from other people's perspectives, because there might be information there that other people are going through that might be able to relate and grow from. So that's what I'm doing with the voice of the broken. Would you like Papa Miller to send an email if he's ready to get things out? I don't know who Papa Miller is, but sure. Emma Carpenter for $4.99. I have officially started my weight loss journey 1 month ago and down 12 pounds. Thank you for inspiring me to do better. That's fucking gangster. Lose that weight. Get some. You want to read that one?
Hi, I just want to thank you both for helping me realize my issues within my marriage and other relationships. Though I'm still working on it and may eventually need to write in, I greatly appreciate the continued content. Peach has called me out in a couple of videos, but both have helped me learn how to communicate and stand up for myself.
Love that.
Thank you for not taking offense.
If you get triggered, ask why you're triggered and do the work.
Yeah.
This is the first live I've been able to join, but I'll be listening while I work. Just wanted to say I love what you guys do. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Red Pill Threads. I have trouble with being present and there. Garrett, I get that, dude. Like, I'm one of those people that I really want to be present in people's lives. I don't have the time to be involved the way I want to be. So, like, when I'm fucking in the middle of a heavy work day and my phone goes off, it's a little reprieve. Like, hell yeah, you know? But I also know that I have to check that shit because otherwise I'll let that dictate all my time and things won't get done. You know, that's the downside of having to deal with shit like that. Voice built. How interested would you be in building your community in New Hampshire? I know there's 327 acres for sale. I don't know if I'd want to move that far. I actually think that if I move, I want to move out of the country. If we do this travel thing and we go hard for like 2 years on travel, we'd be able to like scope locations while we're traveling. Mm-hmm. And then we could just go stay a year where we think we might want to live and be like, yeah, this is it. Or no, this ain't it. And then go stay a year somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dumpster fires give me anxiety. I agree. Please don't do those anymore. 12 years since I said I do to my best friend, 15 and a half years altogether. It's been a great day.
How beautiful.
Mike, you can absolutely send your email. And that is beautiful. 15 years is a long time. My bed friend and her boyfriend just did their first, maybe best friend. My best friend and her boyfriend just did their first check-in. That's dope.
That's the next comment.
Oh, you want to read that one?
How can I, as a woman, encourage my partner to follow through with the check-ins? Oh, we weren't able to make it through the first one. He was shut down from the start, and I am familiar with therapy talk. What is therapy talk? Well, that would be the first thing I evaluate is how I'm approaching the conversation. Because if he is shutting down at the very beginning, it's the approach. And it could be a multitude of things. It could be the approach. It could be how you've trained him to respond to you. I would need an example of how you start the conversation with the check-in. Like,
Check-in shouldn't be therapy talk.
Right.
This is us trying to learn how to communicate with each other. Mm-hmm. Zach, you are right. He just said, what a profound thought for me. All we've been talking about with the voice of the broken, and I completely missed that I was one of the people you're targeting. What a thought. Yes, you are.
Yeah. Pardon me.
What is it going to be streamed on? It'll be on YouTube. It will be on YouTube. I just don't know if I'm going to put it on the To Be Better account or create it. I'm probably going to create a whole new account. I'm not going to lie. I want to do that, but I kind of want to keep it separate from what we're doing because To Be Better is us. And I would like to... What are you doing?
Trying things.
You are baked.
Yeah.
Are you really about to dip those snacks in that maple syrup?
No.
You were.
Idea, though. It's not. That's not what I was about to do.
That's funny. Jasmine said to Peaches, how do you find balance in self-care, children tending, and completely pouring love into your marriage without feeling burnt out or spread thin?
Having a super amazing supportive partner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why would you feel spread thin and having to pour love into your marriage? Wouldn't you just think that that's something that you would be happy doing because in doing so you are fulfilled?
Yeah, and servicing you, I feel good about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're part of my home. And when my home is nice and clean and taken care of, I'm nice and clean and taken care of.
Me and my fiance just started watching you guys in April. Communication is already improving so much. Listening to the podcast helps my mental health a lot. Toes, woes, and potatoes had me laughing a lot. I forgot about that. That's funny. Man, the old episodes.
Those are old episodes.
Zach says, whenever I get a personal message from Chris, it always feels good. He's a busy dude and it feels special. I always feel like I'm bothering you, bro. I hate messaging you and Jenny so much.
People say the exact same thing to you, babe. I feel like I'm bothering you. You're so busy.
Yeah.
Let people love you.
I'm not the same Christian that you play video games with. I do play a ton of Call of Duty hardcore, though. Well, okay. I thought you were the Christian that I play Call of Duties with. Angelica said, just wanted to say I love you guys. Appreciate everything you both do. Also, Peach, I sent an email with those apothecary book recommendations.
Thank you. Merci. I'm really trying to work on my French. I went up 1,000 points on Duolingo today. I spent an hour and a half working on it.
Garrett said, I always feel like I'm bothering Chris. It's one of those things that if I don't have the time to respond to you guys, I'm just not going to respond to you. It's not like a fuck you thing. It's not like I enjoy it. I enjoy it when people reach out to me, especially when they just reach out to check on me. Since listening, we both say we need to check in. I'm gently asking if we can schedule time to do so. We live together and train dogs together. When a week goes by without it happening, why not just do it? You guys are sitting on the couch watching TV. Pause the fucking TV. Climb in his lap. Pull fucking notes out of a bra if you have to and read it. He said, I don't take it as a fuck you thing. I just know you're slammed and what I have is small potatoes. It's not, though. My life is busy because I enjoy it being busy. I can take downtime. I can take 5 minutes to respond to someone. I don't do well when I'm stagnant. When I'm sitting around and I don't have anything to occupy my brain, I get fucking depressed. Love the nails, Peach. They always look so elegant.
Thank you.
It's the longest they've ever been.
It is the longest they've ever been.
Julie Baker said, just listening while I opening my pool for the year. Not fun. Apple Fritter said, can't find you on Duolingo. It's weird.
Yeah, maybe I can just like hold it up.
You need to find somebody that actually speaks French that will do voice calls with you every day for like 15 minutes to just have a French conversation so that you can actually practice speaking French. You need a French pen pal.
Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong, though.
You're not wrong. It's just the thought of talking to a stranger in French. I'm already going to sound stupid. I have a hard time speaking French in front of you.
I have a hard time speaking American, so you got a huge leg up.
I'm embarrassed because I'm fucking it up, and I have a hard time doing it in front of you.
Babe, I don't know you're fucking it up. I have no idea. So you can speak that shit, and I'd be like, yeah, bitch, you speak that shit.
Thank you.
You could be like, you look like a toaster. I'd be like, yeah, you get it. I don't fucking know what you're saying, and it could be wrong.
Maybe.
So.
Well, I appreciate that. I just need to go over my fear.
Does Jenny speak French? She said you should message me. Was that for you?
Oh, I don't know.
Found you guys on TikTok when you first started. Currently catching up on season 2. Y'all have made me think so differently as a stay-at-home mom, woman, and person as a whole. Thank you.
Will that work?
It's not focusing. There it is.
That's how you add me on Duolingo, guys.
That's how you add her on Duolingo.
If it'll let you do that.
Wait, don't move.
Me?
That's what they said. Oh. Apple Fritter's trying to
I'm shaking. I always shake. Do it that way. Okay. All right, my arm's getting tired. I'm done.
Jenny said I barely passed French. Check the nails, though. No, that's Spanish. Oh, I need to open Twitch back up. I like having both on the screen. Oh, man. Any update on Miss Ivy? We should be getting Ivy in June or July. I'm hoping that, I got to be honest, I kind of hope that it's after July. I would really like for them to keep her until after we get back from Thailand so that they have her, but I really want her. So like
Thailand's October, babe.
I know it is, but that's only 3 months after fucking we're supposed to be getting her anyway. So if they were like, you're going to get her at the end of July, we have August, September, and then we leave in October. I would rather them just keep her until we get back from Thailand. I don't want her to feel like she's just being passed around.
Right.
You know?
Well, how is that going to look if we're doing those trips 4 times a year?
I don't know. It depends on where we're going. If it's in the US, we can take her with us. I wouldn't like, I'm sure that we could probably take her to Thailand. I just don't want her flying 30 hours. Like I think that's cruel. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want to do that. Chaotic thoughts, any advice for starting a small online business? You can email me. I can give you advice that way. I have no idea what you're doing. There's a whole lot of questions there. Dakota, so you want me to board her? I don't know, dude. If we take her before then and I bring her up to you in October before we leave, that's different. But I know that my buddy Sean would watch her and she would do okay there. I just don't want... I don't want her to feel like she's just being given from person to person. I think she's going to have a hard time leaving you two because that's all she knows.
Can you mute me for a second?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're good. I can't remember why you guys are getting a dog. We're getting a dog so that Peaches can have personal protection everywhere she goes. Because there are still places in America that you can't carry a pew-pew. Hey, Jeff Graham's in the chat.
Hello, Jeff.
On Twitch.
Oh, these are fantastic. I'm baked eating hickory sticks from Canada.
When you do get her, I'd love to send you some treats. I own a dog treat bakery. Well, we have a P.O. box. You can do that. Have y'all ever had ketchup Pringles? Nope, had ketchup Lay's though. Peach, what's your favorite baked snack?
Me?
What? You're your favorite baked snack?
Yeah, I'm a baked snack.
You're my baked snack.
My favorite baked snack. I would have to have options. I can't think of something off the top of my head.
Our French is not the same as France French.
Neither is Duolingo's.
No?
We're doing our best.
Is that true?
When I went to France, the things that I was taught on Duolingo, there's like local dialect and whatnot. So it's kind of like the structure of the French language.
I get that. You guys ever take a bag of Fritos at a 7-Eleven and open it and then fill the bag with chili and cheese and mix it together?
No.
That's my favorite snack.
Really?
Yep, that's what I used to do that shit when I was homeless. Because it'd be like $1 and you could fucking fill the entire bag up. You know, the bag has only got like 3/4 of it with chips. So you fill it with chili and cheese. They're called a walking taco. That's news. I've never heard that one. Any advice on dating a woman with BPD or an episode where it's discussed? Yeah, pretty much every episode from the first 20 of them talk about borderline. You got a lot. You're gonna have a whole lot of work to do if you're gonna be dating somebody with borderline personality disorder.
How was it dating me, babe? Courting me.
What are you asking? What do you mean? Are you asking me that, or was that a question?
Yeah, I'm asking. I'm a woman with borderline. How was it?
Well,
dating me?
you didn't know you had borderline, but it wasn't bad.
Okay.
I thought you had borderline way before you found out you did, but you didn't. As you said, you realized that I wasn't going to tolerate your bullshit in the beginning of our courting phase. So you checked yourself really hard, and none of that shit like became a problem.
Yeah. Okay.
How do I explain to people important to me what submission really means? Why do you need to explain that to people unless you're trying to submit to them? Your submission shouldn't matter. It should matter to who you're submitting to. The rest of that doesn't matter to anyone. Your private life is your life. I don't understand why you would need to explain that. 100% recommend buying extra kid seats. Cheaper at the movies if it's assigned seating, just not to have to sit next to anyone's. No regrets at the movie doing that last night. That's funny. Oh, fucking holy shit. Kyle said yesterday, for $100, yesterday I married my wife. I cried like a baby when I saw how beautiful she was in her dress. I wouldn't be the man I am today if it wasn't for your podcast, the Discord community, and the gentlemen in the men's group. Thank you all so much for your support and knowledge. Kyle, that's fucking dope.
Congratulations.
I love that, dude. Congratulations. Kayla, I love you so much, my beautiful wife, from Kyle.
Oh.
Also, just so everybody knows, when we're like, fuck Kyle, we mean every Kyle on the planet except for him.
Correct.
He's the Kyle that's exempt from all the Karen / Kyle jokes. We actually said that in an episode too.
Yeah,
except for Kyle Foster. The rest of you, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We are definitely super stoked to hear that you guys are changing and making change and being better in your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird not reading an email and just staring at the chat.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like, when we do TikTok lives, that's what we're doing on TikTok. That feels like what we're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But because for the last year we've been reading emails and doing problem solving, I feel like that's what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Right. We also did the book breakdowns live for a while.
Motini, M-O-T-N-I. This is probably not the place on your platform to admit this. I was planning on taking my life a year ago and stumbled across your content on Facebook. I was shook by the advice you were giving. Not only for relationships, but people struggling with mental health. And thank you so much for everything that you do. Motney, I would love for you to send an email. I don't know if you're a guy or not. You should send it either way, though. If you're a guy, send it to me. If you're a woman, send it to Peaches. Because she's going to be doing the same thing that I'm doing with the Voice of the Broken, but on her garden segment. I'm a guy, 27-year-old male. Send me an email. tobebetterco@gmail.com. Thank you, Lorna. And put on there success story for Chris. Give me all the details. I want to know what you were going through. I want to know the struggles you were having. I want to know what made you go, wait a minute, I fucking deserve to be here. And if your life is good now, I want to know what your life is doing. Like, I'm glad you're here. I really am. I think that's fucking incredible. Let's see. Would you be interested in attending a vow renewal in East Tennessee in 2025? Maybe. We go to East Tennessee quite a bit.
We should do that this summer with the kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we would have to do it in July. I'll go out of town every fucking month.
Well, the kids have been asking. They want to see their cousins.
I also haven't driven the van in like 2 months. I drove it to move things, and it's been sitting since then.
Yeah.
So
road trip.
Apple Fritter say, please come back to Tennessee. What is your motorcycle? I have a Kawasaki Z900 right now. Although I think I might buy a Gixxer 1000. Our 5th year anniversary is July 17th of 2025. I was essentially homeless without a job for the last 8 months. Just landed a place to live and a job that I actually start tomorrow. I worked my ass off to get a BMW that only cost me $300 and hours of my time and YouTube tutorials. It's the way that works, man. You got to fucking earn it if you want it. Send the email. Please send the fucking email, bro. I want it. I want that email. Dope. Making Tom come to the next meet and greet in Tennessee. Y'all are the reason we're together, so he for sure needs to meet you.
Hell yeah.
I legit was looking at a 750 last night on Facebook. I missed my Ninja 600. I want a Gixxer 1000. The Z900 is slow. Like, it's slow. And when she gets her motorcycle endorsement, because it's got less than 30 miles on it, I'm going to end up giving it to her.
Can I get it wrapped?
You can do whatever you want with it.
I want it
It'll
pink.
be yours. Although it's a lot more to wrap a bike than it is to fucking wrap a car.
Can I spray paint it?
No.
Can I take the plastic off of it and spray paint it?
You can take the plastic off and wrap it. You're gonna spray paint anything.
Okay. I can wrap it by myself though, that's the thing?
Well, we just take it to Jordan.
Okay.
I had a seizure while driving and totaled my car 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry to hear that.
Shit.
It's
Are you
rough.
okay? I mean, I'm glad you survived.
Desk Clan said I left out a lot of the success since you were a massive part of that. I didn't. You should put that in there, dude. Chris is gonna pull up on an H2. I don't know what that is. My husband had a Gixxer 750 2004. He sold it 2 years ago though. I had the last sport bike I had was a R1. It was a 2005 R1. It had a lot done to it. That bike was fast. And I realized that I'm not afraid of motorcycles, and I sold it after a very reckless night of riding. Montney's name is Cole, by the way. When on hospital Wi-Fi, it doesn't load your vehicles, flagging them as restricted. Odd. It's a hypersport bike, full fairing, 1,000 cc supercharged. That's crazy. A year ago, I was sitting in a battered woman's clinic shelter after leaving my abusive marriage. Today, I am a week from finishing my first year in college at 27 years old. Fucking get some.
Fucking get it. That's it.
What kind of mics do y'all have? They sound crisp as fuck. We are running Lewitt Flex 441s, I think. I don't know. Audio is the bane of my existence, and I fucking hate it. That's like the fifth person that said that they're here because of our podcast.
That's hard for me to process.
It's a lot, isn't it? Like, and people, I've said shit like that on TikTok. And somebody was like, I actually heard somebody was like, you're so full of shit. Nobody ever said that. You're making that up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you can believe what you want to believe. And then obviously the people that saw it started fucking ripping into that person. And they deleted the comment. But it's just wild to hear that shit. We had half our city shut down yesterday because of Bike Week. Lorna said I wouldn't be here and who I am right now either. Seriously. Lorna, we are definitely glad that you're here.
Mm-hmm.
When you're at rock bottom, you guys came about. I can't wait to meet you in fucking Thailand. I really wanna. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the meet and greet this month because of the amount of people that are coming from Patreon, but I realize there's so many people on other parts of the world that we'll never probably meet because they're on the other side of the world. But I found you on TikTok and I listened to your podcast at work. That's dope. Thank you for that. I've listened to you guys every single day, every single episode since March of last year, and I truly can't express how grateful I am for y'all helping me learn to become the woman I am now. Are you part of the Discord? Are you on our Patreon? If not, you're missing a whole lot of content. Well, Kenya, just saying, hubby getting a bike has done some unexpected things for our love life. Live for those helmet selfies. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, Kenya, your husband is a good man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing much better now, thankfully, to everyone. I'll meet you guys at some point. And I found out y'all play COD. That makes it even better. I didn't find you all. You guys found me. Mike and I wouldn't be able to sit here today and await arrival our first baby if it wasn't for me finding this podcast. We can't wait to see y'all this month. You two in the Discord have been a huge saving grace for me. It really feels like having an incredible friend support circle. We've built a community. Like this podcast is cool, but we have a tribe of people now. And it benefits Peaches and I just as much as it's benefited you. All of you, for that matter. My relationship wouldn't be as strong as if it wasn't for y'all listening to the podcast, has given the opportunity for interesting conversations and stress inoculation. I miss the Discord a lot. You should come back to it. What kind of products do you use in your hair, babe?
Conditioner, masks, and shampoo. When I get out of the shower, I blow dry it till it's damp, and then I French braid it.
Your hair dryer, that $500 Dyson hair dryer that I ordered for you, got delayed another 7 to 10 business days.
Are you serious?
I thought about just buying another one on Amazon and then like refusing the one that they sent, but they won't let me cancel the order.
Yeah.
Which I think is fucking stupid, but...
Mm-hmm.
My husband loves his Proud Father shirt, and he is putting the sticker on his fire helmet at work. Love that. K Dizzle my shizzle. I had to look up your Patreon name 4 fucking times because your shirt order said, or her Patreon says K Dizzle my shizzle, and when she ordered the shirt, her name wasn't that.
Yeah.
So to actually mail it, I had to keep going back, and finally I wrote it on the back of her fucking label.
That's funny.
Iggy said that she loved your, absolutely loved your Get Ready With Me a few days ago and would totally love to see them more often if you ever get time.
Which one was it? Because I haven't done one recently. It must have just popped up in your feed.
Mike Poppin, are you in our Patreon Discord? I know you're a regular on Twitch. Also, I wore my Ultimate Chat t-shirt backwards for a solid 20 minutes the other day. That's funny. Zach said he needs some karaoke in his life. You guys gonna go? You gonna go to karaoke with everyone while they're here that weekend?
That's this weekend.
What?
That's this weekend. Is that not this weekend?
No. It's the 19th. Today's the 5th.
Oh, this weekend's the 11th.
Now you're making me second guess myself. Yeah, it's not this weekend.
Okay,
it's
it's the following weekend.
2 weeks.
It depends on what time they do karaoke. When I was talking about where I was going through it that day, and Chris asked if you needed what you needed, and it made you pause for a little while. Oh yeah. Like my husband had the audacity to ask me, a grown woman, what I need in the moment. Like I'm supposed to know that. Yeah. I do those when I'm in the mood for them. My borderline works against me a lot.
Disco Cobra just gifted a whole bunch of subs. Thank you for that.
Oh, thank you.
Air horn noises. Pom pom pom. You both have really pushed me to stop being a people pleaser, be accountable, and really grow self-love and respect. Thank you guys for being the voices that called out my bullshit. Feel so lucky when I get to catch a stream.
Thank you for being here.
What's up, Stone Wolf? I have those moments a lot with my boyfriend too, where I'll be in such an irritable mood and will expect him to get upset, but instead he's totally calm and tells me it's okay, and I just melt.
It's a moment of safety.
Is it?
I'm glad that you have that with your boyfriend.
Robin said, I found y'all on TikTok. I religiously listen on Sundays. I hope I can join Discord Patreon soon. I would recommend doing so because Patreon's going to be getting more Friday content. I'm going to, all the Friday stuff that we've been dropping stops at the end of this month. It stops being posted to YouTube. So it'll go to Patreon only. So, and I think the last one that we are going to be doing is going to be the postpartum part 1.
Yeah, the depression.
Yep. And then you had a couple other ones that we're going to do after that, but those will all be going to Patreon exclusively. Do you have advice for people in a long distance relationship? Prioritize FaceTime. Use it to build anticipation. I really don't because I've never lived that. I don't think I could do that.
No.
But I know people who do, and every time I talk to him, he's like, this is fucking great.
Yeah.
So I know it's possible because I have a friend that's thriving in that. So it's changed my opinion of it, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
What? Any recommendations on how to stand up to my mother for the first time ever on my father's behalf? He's needing the help. I would need an elaboration on that situation because there's a lot going on there. You're overstepping. I mean, because I don't know what's going on. There's an overstep of the child into the parent situation. You're also overstepping into their marriage.
Yep.
So,
It's a very good point.
I would need an elaboration on that.
It's a very, very good point. Do you have any advice? Oh, wait, that was the answer for that. I'm glad I found you guys when I did because it gave me the tools I needed to heal myself and repair my relationship with my oldest kid. Thank you guys for all you do. I'm reading Choice Theory right now. You should also read The Courage to Be Disliked. And then when you're done with The Courage to Be Disliked, read The Courage to Be Happy. I think those 3 books are a trifecta of life change.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny has officially invited y'all to Fire Time. What's Fire Time? I'm glad that we're finally formally invited. My fire this time has a fountain in it. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I guess where her hotel room is.
Oh.
Can I bring a joint? Can Danny and I smoke a joint at this fountain?
Fireside conversation. I should probably read The Courage to Be Happy. You should. That book changed my life. It's changed. I lied. It has cemented a lot of the things that I already believed and gave me new ways to explain it and new perceptions of things, if that makes sense. Disco Cobra, I've been single for over 10 years, still not sure about the current dating climate. I've watched plenty of red pill content over the years. Guess I'm pretty gun shy now with women. That's because you've allowed the social media platforms to poison your brain. That red pill content is nothing more than people making money off of hating the opposite sex. Mm-hmm. It's no different than all the fucking man hate, bear versus man thing that you see right now. I am caught up in all of this because of what we do. And I do believe that the dating game is toxic because people have lost values and self-worth. But I don't believe that that's the majority of people. I just think it's the loudest ones. Yeah. Really do.
Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Yep.
Oh, it's an Airbnb. Word.
You guys are going to have a fire pit in the middle of June.
Let's
or May.
Go.
May. It's May.
It's been getting chilly at night.
Shit, it's gonna be hot.
There's times where I'm waking up and it's 60 degrees outside at 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's not cold. That's beautiful. That needs to be our temperature year round. 65 degrees is perfect weather all the time. She said she's at a hotel.
Oh, at a hotel. Okay.
Red Pill Thread said that's the wrong definition of red pill. It got hijacked. Yeah, it did get hijacked. But that doesn't change the fact that when people say red pill, that's what they think of. Mm-hmm. Heather said, Chris, in Canada, we have campfires in midsummer. It's fantastic. We have that in the South, too. They're called bonfire parties.
Yep.
But it's not sitting around a fire pit. It's sitting around a bonfire getting fucking hammered in the woods.
Yeah, the heat makes the alcohol work faster.
Yeah. It's 52 here. I wish. Could you imagine it being sweater weather in fucking May?
I would love it.
Me too. You can always tell people from a small town because they're like, and blasting music through trucks. Oh man, I had so many stupid mistakes at bonfire parties when I was in high school. It's funny. Yeah. Country living.
When I was in high school, all of the older kids, like juniors and seniors, the rednecks had shotguns in the back of their trucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mud run bonfires, ATVs through mud pits. Somebody asked, "What's the agenda for tonight?" There's no agenda tonight. We're just hanging out. Q&A. We're going easy tonight. We'll probably start doing emails again next week, but I'm not trying to really work right now. I feel like being lazy, so I'm going to be lazy tonight. Moving. Was it easy for Yins early on with your relationship? You seem very content and wise about relationships now. Was it always good? No, nothing. Nobody ever has it like that. We actually had a foundation before we started dating, guys. This isn't like we came from a lot of fucked up situations and a lot of failed relationships and a lot of things that we didn't want to repeat. So we did work. And we spent a lot of time having conversations about what we wanted in partners and how things would work. And those conversations were had before dating was talked about. So we knew what we were going to be doing going into things, and we just kind of fucking ran with it. Stone Wolf, did you guys finally fill up on the rest of the spots for Thailand? We didn't. We're halfway sold. We have 12 left. 12 left. I'm fucking stoked for Thailand.
Me too.
Do you like bluegrass? Kinda. I do kind of like bluegrass. I'm an outlaw country guy. But I do like bluegrass. Alyssa said, my boyfriend has been unmotivated and undisciplined. I find that when I bring either to him, I try to delicately, he shuts me down. Do you have any advice? Why is he unmotivated? Him being undisciplined is a problem in itself because self-discipline matters. Some people are okay with eking through life. Mm-hmm. That's I don't know. I would need an email for that because that's just a very vague everything. Him not being able to have a conversation with you is a problem. I'm also going to go as far as to say that not everybody's meant to be together. If you're a very motivated person and your person is not, you guys are not going to have a good life. This is no different than one person wanting to live on a boat in their retirement and the other one wanting to be on a farm. You have a problem with that. I remember Chris briefly talking about hiking several episodes ago. Do you have any advice for an absolute beginner? Yeah, start easy. Get lightweight gear. Good shoes. I'd like to ask advice on how to help my boyfriend through the guilt of losing his younger brother Friday. He had distanced himself for over a year. You can't help him through the guilt. There's nothing you can do to remove that guilt from him. You can just be there for him. Sometimes that means sitting in silence. Sometimes that means being his peace and not creating conflict. We are not reading emails tonight. In fact, I'm probably going to wrap this live up here in the next 15, 20 minutes so that we can go live on Patreon and then call it a night. Today is going to be an easy day for us. Peach, how did you become so feminine and elegant? I'm struggling to regain my femininity.
Okay, what part of me? Do you mean like the way that I conduct myself, the way that I speak, my hand gestures? I did a lot of research on feminine etiquette, how to sit at a table properly. I looked into geisha etiquette as well. I've listened to Jordan B. Peterson on my speech because I want to sound more eloquent and intelligent when I talk. I've also studied people, and when I've seen someone do something in public, I'm like, oh God, I hope I've never seen doing that. I make a conscious effort to not do that. If I'm wearing a dress or a skirt, I squat, I don't bend over. In regards to my femininity, self-care, hobbies,
Got herself
reading.
a man that let her fucking be in her feminine.
Yeah. Did that too, definitely.
Do you think it's odd that my boyfriend and I haven't had an argument in our relationship? We've been together for almost 2 years. No, I don't think that's a problem. I don't think it's weird. I think that you guys probably have great communication skills, or I don't know. That's a good thing. It means you're able to talk to each other. Well, Kenya said, can't be unequally yoked and expect it to work. Lack of discipline and laziness aren't things you can change. Pushing only causes resentment. I actually agree with that. Mm-hmm. I think that you can motivate people, but motivation is like nitrous oxide and discipline is like the gas. And if you have nitrous in your car, it'll motivate you to you can go really fast for a short amount of time, but if you're out of gas after that nitrous burns out, you're done. So if you're motivated without discipline, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Motany, our screeners will make sure they see it. It's really hard to do. I thank you for reinforcing my thoughts of just being there to listen to him. For me, when I'm going through shit, the best thing anyone can do is just sit there. Right? If I need to talk, I will. Mm-hmm. If I need silence, I won't. But knowing that I'm not alone in those moments it goes a long fucking way, because if you're trying to like talk me through something and that's not what I need, it's going to annoy more than help. Mm-hmm. So you let the person who's grieving dictate the way the conversation's going to go, and then you just fucking be there for them. I know there's a girl from Canada who comes on some library TikTok. She has her own way of doing things. Is being more kind and gentle the best? I thought men are supposed to have an edge. I have no idea what you're asking me. Or us, what you're asking us. Men are supposed to be men. I think the title of being a man is something that a male earns. It's not something that's given to him. I take pride in that.
In what?
Being a man.
You should.
I don't think that just because you have balls that you're a man. Mm-hmm. You're a male. Just like you can't, just because you're a man doesn't mean that you're capable of leading. You know what I mean? Like that's something that's earned and it's something that's honed. I wonder if y'all have any idea about job seeking with a partial disability. My partner, 24, had a stroke last year, but doesn't qualify for disability, even though his right side sometimes seizes up. There's a whole lot of jobs that you can do that people don't have to know that you even have that disability. Do y'all have a suggestion on how I can approach my boyfriend about getting his blood work done and T levels checked? You have an age gap and you don't want to be overbearing. You tell him that you want to get your blood work done and you want him to get his blood work done so that you guys know what's going on in your bodies. Your blood work is not just going to give you a testosterone level. It's going to tell you about your kidney functions, your liver functions, You'll get your liver lipids. You'll be able to find out about your thyroid. Like Peaches and I do our blood work. I'm going Thursday to get my blood work done again. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't need a prescription to get your blood work done. A lot of people will tell you that you do. You don't. If you live in the United States, you can get a hold of LabCorp and be like, I want a male hormone panel done, or I want a female hormone panel done. And you can get the panel done for like $70, and then you can Google every single fucking result to find out what's what.
Mm-hmm.
Have the speaker of the phone against my belly, and the baby's hearing y'all's voice and is moving and jumping around.
Stop
LOL. What are some indoor and outdoor activities you guys would suggest for dates that aren't the movies or dinner? Hiking, swimming, concerts, fucking board games, video games, dirt biking, bike riding, kayaking, boating, cards, poker,
roller skating,
Dungeons and Dragons, roller skating.
Oh yeah, the movies or dinner. That massive trampoline place, mini golf.
Dakota said you're a boy until you earn that shit. Being 18 means nothing. I agree. Axe throwing. Axe throwing was good. We did that a lot in the beginning. We should do that again.
Yeah.
Do you ever do one-on-one conversations with people? Kinda. We were doing Zoom calls for Patreon for a little while there. They've just kind of stopped. We may start doing coaching. We've talked about it a lot. We want to, but we just have to actually make it happen. Now that the bath line is all completely shipped out, that might actually be a thing, but we have to create a questionnaire for the Zoom calls for one-on-one stuff, but it won't be free. You'll have to pay for it. D&D for the win. I agree, D&D for the win. I want to get back into playing so fucking bad. I reached out to the last person that DM'd a game for me over the weekend, and he's going through a whole lot of life stuff, but if he was willing to come back and DM, I would actually start a game because our poker season's up next week. But I would really like to be able to play again. I don't want to DM.
Yeah. Who would we get to play at the table? I can think of you, me, and Sean right off the bat.
Sean already agreed. Caitlin and Javier want to play. Caitlin obviously wants to play anytime. She said that anytime that I'm willing to DM a game, she wants to play.
But you're not going to be DM.
I don't want to DM. But she said she actually was like, you're the best DM I've ever had.
Yeah.
Because she enjoys the world building, and because I don't stonewall my players, I have bullet points. The game is going to be the way the game wants to be either way. And if you have a story lined out and you're trying to tell a story, you should write a fucking book.
Right.
You should let your players play the game and let the dice decide things and just host the rules and tell the story. But Dakota became a 13 months member, early access message coming in the day before. Should I stay in Sarasota or Port Charlotte? That's entirely up to you. Are you going to do the bath line again?
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. There are talks behind the scenes, so we'll see.
We could also do an online game of D&D play where you use Roll20 and D&D Beyond, which I have the full subscription in every single fucking book that they've released on D&D Beyond. I've probably spent over $1,000 on that website.
Oh, wow.
Even though I haven't been playing, I've been keeping up with the books on that website. Even bought Rick and Morty, even though I hated Rick and Morty. But can't wait. Surprising wifey. I don't know. What are you surprising her with? What did I miss? As a DM, you are merely the vehicle through which the story is told. Well, if you write your own world, you get to be a writer, but then you get to change the world based off of what your players do, and you get to create like a whole new thing. I actually the first. Okay, so we're in D&D time.
Okay.
We're going to D&D talk. How about that? Can we do that for the rest of the night?
Yeah.
Okay. So my first ever D&D game, I had never played. I had only watched other people play, had no idea about the rules, didn't understand how the dice worked, like none of that shit. And I owned a comic book store at the time. And one of the kids that used to come in there was like, bro, you should really play. It'll be really fun, blah, blah, blah. And he talked me into sitting down at the table. And he explained the game. Everybody explained the way the dice rolls work, and I kept wanting to try to do things, and he kept telling me no. As a DM, you don't tell your players no, you tell them to roll for it. And then you get to decide what's going to happen. If the roll is successful, it may fucking suck for them. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you still let them try. And he kept telling me no, telling me no, telling me no. And then finally everyone at the table got frustrated with him because he was telling me no so much that they were like, this is bullshit. This isn't how D&D is played. That he let me start rolling. Well, every time I wanted to do something, I got God rolls. Like nat 20 or 19 plus 7. You know what I mean? So like things were doing really well for me. And at the end of session 2, he killed the entire party. Like TPK'd all of us intentionally. We didn't even have an opportunity to do anything. Just totally destroyed the table. And at the end of the session 2, I'm like, yeah, this isn't fun for me. I'm not going to do this anymore. And as soon as I said that, everyone else at the table quit.
Wow.
The whole fucking game ended. He was like, he messaged me afterwards and he's like, dude, I was going to bring you guys back at a higher level and your gods were going to resurrect you and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you have made this entire experience unenjoyable. Right. As a new D&D player, I don't want to play this game anymore. Not because it's not going my way, but because you've
ruined it.
You've ruined the experience.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I can do better than him.
And you did.
And I got real like uppity over all of it. And I fucking bought the D&D, the DM's guide, and I bought a player's handbook and like started understanding the way the game worked. And I fucking wrote like a 15-page world. I created all the stores, the inns, every place had it's like layout, a description of it, the name of the people that owned it, how much it was to do things. And then I found like a DM price for everything so that if people wanted to buy something, it was like a resource guide. So I didn't have to make prices for shit. Mm-hmm. And I created the opening 2 or 3 sessions. And then as my players were doing shit, I was just making notes of what they were doing and where they wanted to go. And then I would just prep for the following week based off of what I knew they were going to do.
Right.
So I let them dictate things. And like that game went on for almost a year and they fucking had a blast. They made it all the way to level 20.
That's dope.
You know, it was a good time. And like we ended, it was like a conclusion type thing. And it was a good time. And I realized at that point that being a DM is a lot of fun because you get to run the world. But being a player and trying to break the game is so much more fun for me.
Yeah, the chaos of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
My siblings play D&D on Discord, taking notes right now. Critical Role has amazing ideas if you have the money and the time. Critical Role is not real, guys. It's not. It's scripted. The entire show is scripted. So they know everything that's going to happen before they do it. They have fucking scripts in front of them. It is a TV show. And though it is a lot of fun, and I very much enjoy it, and I was very invested in it as a DM, it's very exciting to watch. Mm-hmm. There's something called the Matt Mercer effect, where people get into D&D thinking that the DM is going to run a game like Matt Mercer. Well, everyone on that show are professional voice actors. And it is a story that is scripted. Mm-hmm. It's not the same thing. I think that though it does bring a lot of people in, it's no different than the Tattoo TV shows for me.
Yeah.
It gives people a false expectation of what it is going into it.
Yeah.
Yep. I played my first D&D game last night on Discord with friends. It was a lot of fun. Fuck yeah. I've been looking more and more into being a DM. Still don't understand the game, but I'm intrigued by intrigued by the story aspect. Heather, you can ask any questions you want in a group chat with me and Peaches, and I'll answer all of them. I think that's the same team that made the Vox. Yeah, it is. Vox Machina is actually it was their very first campaign. And then their second one was what was it? The Mighty Nine?
I think so, yeah.
Have you guys ever played BG3? I have not played Baldur's Gate 3 yet. The Mighty Nine. Yep. The Mighty Nine one was the one that I watched. Like I watched every episode of that. I was so fucking invested in that. Mm-hmm. And then I realized they were reading scripts. And it killed me a little bit because to be able to on the fly have conversations like that, I thought was God mode D&D. Mm-hmm. Like this is what I want Dungeons and Dragons to be like. Because when you get at a table full of fucking nerds, there's a lot of stupid shit that happens at the table. Yeah. You get 8 hours of gameplay and like 4 hours of its actual gameplay. The other 4 hours is table talk and fart jokes and nerd shit and like people being goofy and trying to kill each other and fuck dragons. Like it's just weird. But I really recommend playing for the first time with people you're super comfortable around, because feeling comfortable enough to be silly helps you get into the story so much more. I agree with that. I also think it's important to remember that you guys don't have to do voices. You just have to say, okay, in game, this is what my character's doing. I want to say, and then out of game, you have to make sure you say out of game. Because if you say in game and don't say out of game and say some shit, I'm like, the king heard you, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Unrelated therapy. I've run 6 campaigns for reference. Fuck yeah, dude. I've ran, I want to say probably 15 or 20 games. Not all of them have finished. I've ran some for a couple weeks and didn't like the players and ended the game.
Yeah.
I think the last one that I tried to run, I definitely ended within like 2 months, because the players were more about fucking around at the table, and like we weren't accomplishing anything, and it felt like I was wasting my time.
Was this the game where I was the bard, or was that?
It was the one before that. So maybe it wasn't that one. I thought Tony DM'd that game. I played that game with you.
Yeah, I remember which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Mr. Oogie Boogie. I appreciate you guys. You have helped me understand and communicate with my new girlfriend. She has been through a lot, so it's been amazing seeing the things I would have shrugged off before. So thank you for helping me grow as a person.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad you took the tools and ran with it. My daughter has been running one for the last year. That's dedication. I've always wanted to play, but don't know enough people who would want to play. You'd be surprised at how many people want to play D&D that don't want to DM. I do, however, have a comic shop that's 10 minutes away that does have tournaments or other card games. Not sure about D&D. I would ask them, because they almost always have D&D games. Almost always. If you ever do play BG3, can we see y'all break down the characters? I think the character arcs they go through is pretty good conversation topics and can be related in some ways. I think it'd be pretty cool series from y'all. I'd love to hear how y'all discuss the characters. What do you guys play when you play D&D? What is your favorite class? What is your favorite multi-class? Multi-class is fine. I do a rogue sorcerer. What about you? I know you really enjoyed your bard, but
I like my bard, yeah.
have you played anything other than a bard? I know that you've only played a couple games.
I've done a bard, and I've been a rogue sorcerer.
Our town just opened up an actual guild hall for people running campaigns. That's pretty cool. Eldritch Knight fighter with a touch of warlock. I played a pacifist bard, halfling rogue. Halfling rogue is fucking cool. A halfling rogue, because you have luck as a halfling, makes that shit. If you do a halfling rogue swashbuckler,
Yeah.
you can do all kinds of shit. That is a broken ass character.
Yeah.
I do a Cattershar. What is it? Damn it. Shatterkai elf. Because you get the blessing of the Raven Queen starting at level 1, and you can teleport once per long rest up to 30 feet. So if you're falling to your death, you can just teleport right at the end and land on your feet. Or if you're being attacked, you can teleport, or you can teleport and stab. Like,
That's pretty broken.
it is broken as fuck. That's what I do though. So as a player, that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do. And I always charisma the shit out of my characters,
Right.
because the role play of the game means more to me than combat does. And I told you about that time that I almost killed the entire party in that cart rolling through the thing because I didn't have the strength modifier to smack the thing to turn us. Yeah. Sorceress rogue mix here. Necromancy and stealth. Dragonborn rogue. Imagine rolling low for stealth. Rough.
So when did you want to sign off?
Right now. We can do that right now. Okay. Can you buy a D&D setup on like Amazon, or do you have to find it in shops dedicated to D&D? So Izzy Love on Twitch, you don't actually have to buy a setup. You just need a player's handbook. If you're going to DM, you need the DM's guide. Both of those books can be purchased on Amazon cheaper than they can be bought in a store. You can also buy those books at Books A Million, Barnes & Nobles. D&D is one of the most played tabletop games there is. And all you need after that is a set of polyhedral dice and a notepad. And you go from there. If you want to run a module, you buy a module book like Baldur's Gate. If you want to build your own world, you just write your own world out and fucking go. So let's wrap it up. Take a pee, and then we'll come back in a little bit for Patreon Live. Okay. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. We will see you guys on the next one.
Good night, guys.